So these are my year 2 predictions for this weekend. Start off then with Bristol Rovers versus Newport County. Big 6-pointer, isn't it? In terms of battle for survival in year 2. Newport County suffered a heavy defeat at home to Afton Stanley. I told people though, didn't I? I told people they will beat Chesterfield and then end up losing to Afton Stanley. I think Newport will find it tough against Bristol Rovers with the way Steve Evans sets up his teams. I know Steve Evans not been getting the results he wanted recently, but not been funny. Bristol Rovers have had tough games, haven't they? This is a winnable game for Bristol Rovers, and even strengthen that gap to the bottom two. And I'm off for Bristol Rovers to win 2-0 against Newport County. Up next, Twinsby Town versus MK Dons. Twinsby Town finding their feet again. This after a good start to the season, and then the game, then after knocking my United out, they've not been in great form since then. But in these recent couple of games, they put themselves right back in the mix for the playoffs. Twinsby. I always said that was always going to happen. They'll find their feet again in that race for the playoffs. They take on MK Dons, who are currently in that top 3, I'm pretty sure. Currently in that top 3, which is where they should be, in my opinion, with the money they spent and the signings they've made and the squad depth on paper. And tough game. So it's done me tough game. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Twinsby and MK Dons. Up next, Afton Stanley versus Cheltenham Town. Both teams will survive, in my opinion. Both teams will survive. Atherton are that one step ahead of Cheltenham Manor in terms of the table and recent form. But I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Atherton Stanley and Cheltenham Town. Up next, Chesterfield versus Walsall. Having Matt Sadler is a massive problem for Walsall. It's a massive problem. Back-to-back seasons now for Walsall where they put themselves in a good position in terms of the top of the table, and once again, same old signs from last season starting to show for Walsall where they end up dropping away, and now the playoff place is under threat now for Walsall. Having Matt Sadler is a massive problem for that club. If they got a more experienced, proven manager in, I think Walsall would have already been in League One by now. In these last 2 seasons, like last season and this season. And for me, Chesterfield seems to turn up for these games, don't it? Obviously won away at Salford. I'm going to go for Chesterfield to get a 1-0 win against Walsall. Crawley versus Halliday, another 6-pointer in terms of the relegation zone in League 2. I've done for Crawley to win 1-0 against Halliday. I do think Simon Weaver's become stale now. As much as I do rate him, he is becoming stale at Halliday. But he's never done that sacked when his father's the owner. So they will either try and back him in the January transfer window. They're out of this relegation zone. I think they still will. I still think Halliday will get themselves out of it. Because I am not convinced by Shrewsbury and Newport. I think them two are in the most trouble in terms of potentially getting relegated from League 2. And Crawley, they've got decent minds as well, and Stoke Lindsay. And I'm going to go for Crawley to win 1-0 against Halliday. Up next, Crewe versus Colchester United. Crewe got a good point away at Bromley, the leaders, while Colchester obviously lost out at home to Twinsby 1-0. Can't split these two teams. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw between Crewe and Colchester. Manchester Fleetwood Town against Notts County. I think Fleetwood won, didn't they? I'm pretty sure they won away at Halliday. I know it was 1-1, but I think I saw they won away at Halliday. Which is a good start with life after Pete Wild. They take on Notts County. But I do think Notts County are the better team though. So I think Notts County will win 2-1 away at Fleetwood. Gillingham versus Bromley. Obviously, in the last meeting, yeah, it was a draw, wasn't it? It was a draw, and Darth Ainsworth will get his team up for this game. I wonder how much effect that would have on Bromley, conceding that equaliser against Crewe. I am starting to question that now, if I'm being honest with you. And I don't think the point would be a bad result for Bromley here, because I do think it will be a draw. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. I just can't see Bromley use, and that's the thing. The best he can get against Bromley is probably a draw at the moment. So, Oldham versus Cambridge. But I have to say, I'm not promotion race. There's going to be 12 points at the end of the day. Probably are not going to be perfect from now to the end of the season. They will 12 points. It's all about the pressure and they cope with it. And so far, they're coping with it well, in my opinion. Oldham versus Cambridge. Cambridge United, in and around them automatic promotion places, aren't they? Cambridge. Neil Harris doing a very good job over there. It's like he's made for Cambridge, isn't he? Yeah, it's like they're made for each other. Oldham, you just don't know what you're in debt with Oldham, do you? But they are going to be a hard team to break down. And I'm going to offer a 0-0 draw between Oldham and Cambridge in that one. And Oldham, quite difficult when they're at home to beat as well. Shrewsbury versus Barnet. I don't for a 1-0 win for Barnet away at Shrewsbury. Swindon Town versus Barrow. I think Ian Horwath's team will get back to win Wales, and I think they will win 2-0 against Barrow. I'm not convinced by the new Barrow manager, by the way, Paul Dardar. I'm just not convinced by him, to be honest with you. The thing with Barrow is they got the squad. They won't go down. In my opinion, with the players they've got. I'm just not convinced by the manager. If they would have had a better manager in, they could have potentially pushed up the table, potentially. And finally, Tranmere versus Salford. I've done for Salford to get a 2-1 win away at Tranmere. Tranmere will make it difficult for Salford, but I think Salford will get back to win Wales with a 2-1 win here. So then my need two predictions for this weekend. Feel free to leave your predictions down below in the comments. See you on the next one.